Hey everyone, today we are at SeaWorld San Diego. It is Saturday, February the 27th. This is our first time back at SeaWorld since it reopened. We've been going to the zoo and the safari park for the most part. Today it is just Amy and I. The kids did spend the night with Grandma, so woohoo, it is just us and we're excited to get back into SeaWorld. Today we're doing another edition of What's Open and What's Not. So we're going to go through SeaWorld and show you exactly what you can and can't do. It's right before park opening here, and you can see that people are getting through, but there does seem to be a line on the other side of the metal detectors here. We'll get a closer look once we get on the other side. So for the COVID procedures, you do have to head down this way and go through this big blue building here off to the left. That's where they do their temperature screening. So this is new since the last time we came. All these zigzags, you used to be able to just walk straight in there. Guess they're expecting lots of crowds, I'm not sure. Usually you would just walk straight down through here, and at the very end there is a machine that they can see what your temperature is. I don't know if you can see that there, that machine. But this is actually the line to get in this morning. Here we are closer to the metal detection lines. I was busy when we walked by the COVID screener, so I didn't get that on video, but I'll link to a previous video where we did showcase that temperature check. So for the metal detector, all you have to do is take stuff out of your pockets and just hold it up. You don't have to put it in a bin or anything like that. Hello. That lady didn't even check our reservation. I mean, you have to make a reservation to come to SeaWorld. Usually you have to show it. It's not like the zoo where they have to scan it for every single person. But this lady didn't even look. I mean, Amy had it out on her phone, but she didn't even glance at Amy's phone. So that's kind of odd. Maybe you can get in without one, but don't try. Make the reservation. Right past the entrance here, this is different than we've seen before. They've got these blue barriers up, and that's to go into the touch pools. So let's walk around here. If you want to get into the touch pools, you have to go in through these lines and wait your turn. You used to still be able to just walk up, but they are being extra regulatory with this, and that's just for your safety, to make sure this area doesn't get overcrowded, because it does, even with the distancing policies. It does appear, however, that these touch pools over this way are unguarded, so I don't know why you can come up to these ones and not those ones. Maybe because those are right in front of the park and people tend to crowd there when they first walk in. But I can just walk up to this one. This food area here just off past the entrance is open. There are some workers in there. There's no one in line because it's very early. I'm not sure that they're technically open to order at this exact minute, but they are physically open within the park. Let's go down and check on the killer whales. As a quick rule of thumb, most outdoor viewing areas will be open and most indoor viewing areas at this current moment will be closed. This area does seem pretty crowded. If you're coming down here looking for an up-close tank spot, you might not find it.
For the animals' comfort, this pool.
There are two ways in and out of this area. One is by the stairs, which are off here to the left. This might actually be the first time I've ever taken the stairs, and that's because we usually have a stroller when we come, so I go down the ramp almost every time. But let's take the stairs, do something new.
The downstairs one's better.
There does appear to be one just sitting here, doing nothing. Huh.
He probably wants breakfast.
He's waiting for his din-dins. Right across from the orcas is Dolphin Point, so let's go over and see if the dolphins are out.
Okay.
Sometimes you can see them right through here, but I don't. Oh, there's one. Little dark shape swimming around there. Let's go up into the upper viewing area, see if we can see a better angle on these. Yeah, I see them. So here is the upstairs viewing area. In fact, I'm just gonna duck around here. The gate does appear to be open, so they can go in between their two exhibits. You can see them heading for the other one right now. We just missed them over here. Isn't that my luck? Oh, we got one guy coming back. He wants to stay in here for me. He decided to move locations, switched over here to one of the other viewing areas.
Dolphins do have toys in the pool with them. They on occasion will leave the water.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Peekaboo.
That one's trying to get the pink toy like over the pool. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, he threw it out. He's like, score, victory. The dolphin encounter is currently open, as are most of the interactive things throughout the park. If you want to go and see the beluga whale or different things like that, you can pay for those extra attractions. They are open, even though the area themselves might be closed. Like the wild Arctic and the penguin encounter are currently closed, but you can pay still to go up and see those animals up close and personal. Here, this fry cones area, I'm pretty sure is closed. So if you're looking for fry cones, you will not be able to get them during COVID. Of course, all rides in SeaWorld are closed. The only reason SeaWorld is able to open is under the premise that it is a zoo. So you're able to come see the animal attractions, but anything that is classified as an amusement park is not open. So unfortunately, you cannot ride Manta at this time. That being said, you can come down here and take a look at the rays. So let's go do that now. They do appear to have these individual booths so that you can keep your spacing. You can be on either side, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be actually in the booth. But to come take a look at the bat rays and stay social distanced, they have these nice plastic dividers. The bat ray feeding experience is a paid experience here at SeaWorld, but it is currently open. For $6, you can buy bat ray food and you can feed the rays. You don't need to pay in order to come up here and touch the rays, though. That's a completely free experience. So come on up here and touch the rays if you want to. They do have a hand washing station here for after you stick your hand in the water. It is recommended that you wash your hands because that is nasty water, folks. So this little drink area right here across from Manta does appear to be open. There is an entrance arrow pointing over there. Of course, it's not open right at this minute, but it does look like they have the spacing set up, and then here is the exit. So this drink area, if you want to get a drink, is open. The whale shop here on the outside edge of the park. This is the entrance to the orca encounters right on the other side of that wall, and the whale shop right here is open. Let's go take a look and see what's in the whale shop. We do have some 2021 merch here. Some snow globes, whatever that is. Ornaments, shot glasses, picture frames, mugs, shirts, all sorts of 2021 merch right here in the entrance. Also off to the right, we've got a pouch, some water bottles. There's a sign here that says shop now, pick up later. So if you want to order it now, but you don't want to carry your items throughout the park, you can do that. Come back and pick it up when you're ready to leave. Got a bunch of name bracelets here if you like name branded merchandise. Some toys for the kids over there on the wall. Kids clothing. More branded personalized merchandise with some kids mugs. And some SeaWorld Rescue gear over here by the SeaWorld Rescue display. Coming up here on the Shipwreck Cafe. This is one of the best themed areas in SeaWorld if you want to come to a themed dining option. Let's see what they have to eat. We have a grilled bacon cheeseburger, the Impossible Burger, kickin' fried shrimp, hot honey racha chicken wings, which I'm assuming is what's pictured off there to the left, the honey hoisin glazed salmon, and for kids, mac and cheese or chicken tenders and fries. The theming over here is second to none. We've got a very loud waterfall. Of course, off here to the left is the Shipwreck Rapids ride that is not currently open because, once again, it is a ride and no rides are open. So let's walk through the Shipwreck Cafe area so that you can see how much seating there is, wide open spaces, and all the theming. Once you come out, you will go to those little boats right over there to the right in order to pay, and then after that, any of this seating area is open. They have all the tables spaced far enough that there are no signs saying you cannot sit here like at Disney. Down here is an exhibit that's usually got water and fish in it, but it says currently under construction. So unfortunately, that's not as exciting as it could be. More seating down through here. You can come over here and sit next to the turtles if you'd like to eat while watching the turtles swim about.
Looks like there's also another bridge here where I think there's normally possibly other seating over there even as well.
You used to be able to walk across this bridge. I remember my son walking across this bridge, but it's currently roped off. Quite spacious, lots of tables, and very heavily themed. To the left and right before Tidal Twister is the aquarium's currently closed, but you can get up here to the touch pools. I don't know if they're really touch pools, but the observation areas. There's a starfish on that rock. Do you see him? There, let me get this way a little bit and zoom in. Nice little starfish hanging out on the rock. You can touch them, they said, but they don't want you to pull them off the rocks. So this is a touch pool area. The Surf's Up arcade is right off here to the right, but unfortunately it is an indoor attraction, so it also is closed. Anything indoors, count on it being closed, except for gift shops. And there's a possum running around the ground up here. Let's go see if we can see him. Quickly, quickly. We've got a loose possum, and he just spotted me. He's like, We're gonna follow Mr. Possum. He's like, I'm not coming down that way. You kidding me? He's like death glaring me through the bushes here. Over and across from Manta is the waterfront at SeaWorld. Currently, this area is open for you to come take a look at. I'm not sure that they've got entertainment or drinks available down here, but you can come down here and sit if you'd like. The Bayside Sky Ride, unfortunately, is closed. Why? I have no idea. The San Diego Zoo has their Skyfari open, and it makes no logical sense that SeaWorld's Bayside Sky Ride would be closed, but it is. So if you were coming here looking to do that, I'm sorry, you can't. The Dippin' Dots booth here off to the right is closed. I don't even believe it's open normally. It's only 10:45, 10:50 in the morning at the moment, so that could be part of it as well, but I do think that it is not open at all during COVID. The Sea Lion Live attraction is currently open. That's a show that's located in the heart of the park, and you can go there. The times are listed behind me, and plenty of opportunities to go and see that show if you never have before. It's wide out in the open. Every other row is currently blocked off, so you can get in there and not worry about COVID distancing at all. They've got everything perfectly safe, and you should definitely check it out. It's one of my favorite shows in all of SeaWorld. As we come up here on the shark encounter, you'll see that it is closed. The following indoor exhibits are now temporarily closed due to the state of California COVID-19 guidelines. Penguin encounter, shark encounter, turtle reef, and wild Arctic. These 4 locations are closed. So do not come to SeaWorld expecting to see the penguins, sharks, the wild Arctic area, or the turtles. That being said, similar to the sea lion exhibit, Dolphin Days is currently open. You can go see the show. In fact, we might go see it right now. 2 minutes to 11, and here's what the crowd level looks like in the auditorium. Plenty of seating up here towards the top, but closer towards the bottom, it is completely full. We popped out of the Dolphin Days amphitheater right next to Mama Stella's, and it is about 11:30, and I'm getting hungry. So this is currently what is here at Mama Stella's. We got Mama's meatball sliders, roasted garlic chicken pesto pizza, shrimp quesadilla, beer battered fish and chips. Amy usually gets the fish and chips here. We'll see what she gets this time. One thing you need to be mindful of here at SeaWorld is they currently are not handing out cups of water, so you have to purchase a bottle of water or bring your own into the park. Amy and I almost always just ask for water, and since COVID and they reopened last summer, they have not offered complimentary water, so you will need to keep that in mind when coming to SeaWorld. Go ahead. We did get the meatball sliders over there off to the right.
Looks like this is the biggest thing, once again.
And the shrimp quesadilla. Last time the quesadilla was the biggest and best item. It looks like that is the case again today. I forgot to take the microphone out.
If you're going to feed these animals, please make sure that you're feeding them fish first and the feed a sea lion first. If you brought
What do you think?
It's pretty good. I have a feeling we're gonna like the quesadilla better. It's pretty standard food. It's probably, you know, a big frozen meatball with marinara sauce on the bun and cheese. But it's got a nice little spice to it, and it's pretty good. So, no complaints. I don't know if it would be big enough if you only got that for your meal type of thing. We're splitting, but like we said, this quesadilla is pretty big.
Why don't you take a bite of that and see what we like?
Try a bite of this. That's really good.
So the quesadilla is going to be the go-to
I
option?
think the quesadilla is going to be the go-to option. And that's how it was last time we were here. We found the pizza, the quesadillas, sometimes the burgers, depending on what location, they had the biggest portions. Whereas some of these little slider type options just really aren't that big. We're looking forward to, I think it starts March 5th, the Seven Seas Food Festival. And you can get a lot more of these small plates, but there's going to be probably almost 100 different options to pick from, so we're really excited to come back in a couple weeks and start trying some of those.
So that meatball is much larger than initially anticipated. I just ate mine, and I could barely fit that thing in my mouth. That's how big that meatball is. And I thought the meatball was actually really, really good. Yeah, if you're only eating one of them, like I did, because I'm splitting with Amy, then it's not that filling. But you might be able to get away with eating both as your only meal if you are a light eater, or if you grab maybe a side of salad or fruit or something like that, you'll do plenty fine with the meatball. And it is good. Don't mistake that in the review at all. The food was fantastic, if just a little bit small in the portion size. So I just got a big bite of shrimp, and that was pretty good. Now, as far as flavoring goes, I think the meatball might have a better flavor, but the quesadilla is definitely good, definitely still worth purchasing, and I think it'll fill you up a little bit more if you're a bigger eater like I am. So we finished up our meal here at Mama Stella's, and Amy even agrees that the meatball grew on her the more she ate it. The meatball slider was the best of the meals that we had. The quesadilla was okay, but I feel like that meatball slider was phenomenal. So the next time we come here, I might be tempted to get it again. I think we'll probably end up trying something else just so we can report on more food for you. But I would be really tempted to get that meatball slider again. That's how much I loved it. The Sea Lion Point over there is open, as is the Feeding a Sea Lion activity. The Island Market across from the Shark Encounter and behind the Dolphin Days Auditorium is open. You can go over there to get popcorn, hot dogs, churros, and cold drinks. Once again, the Turtle Reef exhibit is closed. Anything that is indoors is closed. Just factor that in. Indoor attractions are not open at SeaWorld. Currently, we are in purple tier, meeting 2 of the 3 criteria to bump up into red. So it could be that within the next 2 to 3 weeks, these indoor attractions do reopen if we're allowed to slide up into red tier. Until that point, indoor attractions will remain closed. Amy was just commenting that for how busy it was when we first got here, we haven't seen that many people out walking around. Maybe they're all in the shows. You did see that the Dolphin Days amphitheater was pretty filled up there, and maybe that's just where most of the people are. But walking around here, we're towards the back of the park now by the Penguin Encounter and Wild Arctic, and there's nobody back here. Granted, these attractions are closed, as we've already mentioned numerous times now, and maybe that just means that people aren't coming back here because they know it's closed. We have some Sesame Street characters coming out over here. Smile and wave. The Arctic Trader is open, as is the Beluga and Walrus Encounters. You can still pay to go see those animals, even though you can't see them regularly with the Wild Arctic being closed. Right here outside the Electric Eel, this is fairly interesting. Usually you can walk down here by the Atlantis ride, but it is currently blocked off. Maybe because you can see the Emperor ride back through that way and they don't want people to get back there right now. I'm not quite sure. I heard that they were doing testing on the Emperor ride. You can see it peeking up over there. It's a Saturday, so I doubt they're doing any testing today. But that could be why you can't go down there. I don't know. It should be of no surprise to folks if you've been watching this long. The arcade over here is closed, as is the kids' play areas off to the left. You cannot climb up the jungle ropes, cannot go into any of the children's play areas. Explorers Reef here is blocked off. It says closed currently. So Explorers is not open. So that one was kind of odd. Amy said she saw on the website that it was open, correct?
Yeah, well, they had, when you look on their website under dining options, Explorers Cafe has a list of 4 or 5 different options that should be at that location, but it is one of those places that even during normal times was one of those places that fluctuated whether it was open or not.
That's a very valid point. We've been here even before COVID and that place has been closed, so it really could just be based on they don't expect that many people in the parks today, so they decided not to open it. It's 12 o'clock and we are working our way back towards the front of the park now. You can see the different crowd levels of people coming in. There are definitely a lot of people coming in through the back and forths up there. This area is still not too crowded, just this little bottleneck right here where everyone's going. And that is it for our trip to SeaWorld today. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you again next time.